Hey there, welcome to Craft Central Designs. I'm going to dive right in on this one today. I have 5 creative gift wrap ideas for you. Let's start with this rustic theme gift wrap I'm going to share with you today. This would be ideal for a recipient of a gift who really loves that type of style. So I went ahead and I wrapped my boxes. I don't think you need to see me do that, but I will make one comment. I do not use Scotch tape. I only use a hot glue gun. It makes the process go so quickly. So I love to include an ornament with gifts. I think it's just such a nice personal creative touch. So I have one of these live edge wood pieces. They're very easy to find at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, even the Dollar Tree, Amazon, anywhere. They have a little hole already in them for inserting a hanger. So I took some scrapbook paper and I just cut out a circle to fit right in the center. Now I'm only going to do this on the front, and I'm only going to cover more of the center with this scrapbook paper. I'm not going to take it all the way to the edge because I like the idea of seeing the wood there. So I just used my Mod Podge bottle and I traced around it with a pencil because that seemed to fit the best within that circle. This is a little musical note, kind of a rustic scrapbook paper from one of my booklets that I got at Hobby Lobby. So I'm just going to take my Mod Podge and place that circle right in the center of that wood piece. And I love the live edge. I call it live edge because the larger wood pieces that you see, that's what they're called. So I'm going to go ahead with that. Very easy to find these. So I have my scrapbook paper there, and I'm just going to include a word on this piece. Now you could put anything that you want on here. I decided to use the word joy because it's my favorite word to use on an ornament. I have there some jute twine. I'm sure I got that at the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to create a hanger. So everything on this piece is very kind of rustic and farmhousey, countryish. You got the idea. Okay, so I just pulled that jute twine right through the hole, tied a little knot, and now I have a hanger for my little ornament that I'm going to attach to the top of the gift. Okay. So next I am going to wrap this box with a twine. Now I'm going to start on the back side. I'm going to take my hot glue gun and just run a little stream of that so I can start wrapping. Now I'm just going to wrap and wrap and wrap, but I'm not going to wrap it in a straight line. I kind of just want it to be kind of messy looking, if you will. I hate to use that word, but you'll see what I mean here in just a minute. So I just kept wrapping and wrapping and crisscrossing it and just creating a nice pattern. And it's going to go right through the center of that gift box. And I want to say maybe I wrapped it, I don't know, maybe 15 times. That's totally up to you, how thick you want it. But you'll see here, see how I'm crisscrossing it? I want that kind of a pattern on the top. I don't want it nice and straight. And I just continued wrapping until I was happy with it. I want to say maybe 10 or 15 times. I didn't really count because that's up to you. I mean, however thick you want it. I did spread it out, I want to say about 1.5 inches. So the ends on each end kind of spread out to be about 1.5 inches of an area. As you can see there, I'm just wrapping and wrapping and it crisscrosses a little bit in the center. And I just love the look of that for this rustic theme gift wrap. Now, I love decorating gift boxes, all right? It's one of my favorite things to do, and I love to do it in a theme that suits the person who is receiving the gift. Whatever they are into or whatever they love, what's their favorite decor, what's their favorite look. Probably it looks like I went around maybe 10 to 15 times on that twine. But I love doing that. I love attaching ornaments because that to me is very personal, because you can personalize them even more for the gift. So you could see there about how much I wound my jute twine around. Now comes very handy the bow making skills that I have been teaching you now for a year and a half on my channel. I just fold over my loops, pinch it in the center, and bow making skills can go a long way. And this is one of my favorite reasons for having that skill and learning that skill, because to decorate a beautiful gift and is just a joyful thing to do, and it's always well received by the recipient, almost to the point where sometimes they don't even want to open it because it's just too pretty. I hear that a lot. So I just think to really take it to the next level, by really putting a lot of effort into creating a beautiful gift wrap, especially suited for that person that you're giving the gift to. Now, I love this ribbon, and I thought because it has the trees on it, that it went well with the gift wrap. And it's kind of an off-white, creamy color for the background. You could use a burlap on here. That would be very suitable as well, because I am going to be putting some berries on here to add color. So if you want to go ahead and use a burlap ribbon, that will go very, very well as well. And that would appear very rustic and a very beautiful look as well. So you do you. I'm just showing you some ideas for gift wrapping today. I have quite a few little tips and tricks coming up, so I hope you'll continue to watch. All right, I love, love, love decorating a box with Christmas greenery. It's almost like doing an arrangement, or like doing a wreath, just adding it in, balancing everything out, creating symmetry. And look how pretty. And again, I want to say 4 to 5 different types of greenery, placed it around my bow, and look how pretty. Some of it has a little bit of snow. Yeah, this is, I think, the 5th type of greenery. This was a really pretty one that I got at Hobby Lobby, and it has some really pretty pine cones on it. So I'm going to be placing some little pieces of this greenery right in the middle of the bow. Now you notice I didn't put a center loop on the bow, and the reason being is because I am putting some Christmas greenery and some of those beautiful pine cones in the center. Now I ended up putting 3 with some of that greenery attached. These were just little pieces of the picks that I purchased at Hobby Lobby. Now you could do this however you like. I was, trying to decide how I wanted to do it, obviously. So I just hot glued everything on. You could use a tacky glue if you want to, but I think that the hot glue is best for that immediate hold. Now I did hot glue that bow down. I glued it right on top of that jute twine. And then all of that greenery, I just stick it right in the underneath those loops, right at the base of the bow. Now I have these little chunky berries that I'd gotten in a package at Dollar Tree. I love these. They're so pretty. And this is going to pick up the red in the Christmas trees that's in the ribbon. Now this turns out just so, so pretty. And then having that ornament, look how pretty that is. Such a beautiful gift presentation. Okay, so I have some other pine cones, small ones, that I'm going to insert on each side of the bow right into the greenery. And I'll just hot glue those as well. And this turns out so, so pretty and just such a beautiful way to present a gift. Now you can see all the different types of greenery there. Now I'm going to attach my ornament, and I'm going to have it coming right down from the center of the bow, resting on that jute twine that I wrapped. Now you could just take a piece of Scotch tape and just tape that on, kind of up in the center of the bow or right at the base of the bow. That way you don't have any glue on the jute. Sometimes it's hard to get it off that jute twine. But anyway, look how pretty. Did not take a lot of effort, a lot of materials, but it's so, so pretty. Okay, here's a gift idea, gift wrapping idea for the dog lover. And you know there are so many out there. I'm going to show you how to make this bow. You will not believe how easy it is to do this. And it's not done in my normal fashion. As you can see, this is a long, narrow bow. And it's going right down the center of that package. And yes, I created a dog ornament with a dog's name on it. So I decided just to use this white with the green polka dots because there was a lot of green in the dog theme Christmas ribbon that I used. I also have a little white dog paw print ribbon and some scrapbook paper, white with black dog paws. So that works out really, really nicely for the ornament. And I'm sure you follow my channel. You've seen me do a gazillion of these ornaments, but this is for one of the ornaments from Hobby Lobby. If you were lucky enough to find those at Hobby Lobby and purchase them earlier in the season, hopefully you'll have one or two left over for some of these gift wrapping projects. Now I just traced around my ornament with a pencil. And if you have this wood ornament, you know there's some little notches up there where the cap is. So I just press my nail up there and kind of delineate that. And then I just trimmed out a little space so that that paper would fit very nicely. So I'm taking my Mod Podge and I'm just going to smear that all over the front of that ornament. And I'm going to go ahead and place my dog paw print scrapbook paper on there, and it's going to be so, so cute. Now this scrapbook paper goes on here so nicely. You really don't need anything except just your fingers to smooth that out. I do have my zip sander there so I can clean up the edges. No matter how carefully you trace around those wood ornaments, you always seem to have a little bit of overhang on the edges, so I just take my zip sander, clean up the edges so it's nice and smooth and finished. Now, of course, you could create this ornament in any type of theme that you like, and you will see that I did so for another of the gift wrap. So I did the back side as well, and I'm going to take a little fine paintbrush, and I'm just going to paint the cap of that ornament, which is going to go very nicely again with the ribbon, because the ribbon has a lot of green and red. There are quite a number of dog theme Christmas ribbons out there. I think Michael's actually has one that's really cute. It's red with white dog bones and white dog paw prints. They probably still have it. I saw it there recently. Okay, so I'm going to take my little bow maker, which, by the way, we'll talk about that. Not this video, but I'm going to address my bow maker soon, because I've been getting a lot of questions about it. I absolutely love it. I use it all the time. So I'm going to just use this to create a small bow. And I just wrap my ribbon around, crisscross it, and then I feed it over the top and then under, and I tie a knot. And it's amazing that I get like these absolutely perfect looking bows when I do this. All the right sides of the ribbon come out properly. Just great. But like I said, we'll talk about that another time. Today, it's all about gift wrapping. So I have this little bow there. It's going to go right at the top of the ornament. Now, I put a dog's name on this one. I just use my letters that I get on Amazon. You could use your Cricut, of course. I just hot glued a little bow up there at the top. Now, you could use your Cricut and put whatever kinds of lettering on here that you like. I have these letters that I keep on hand just because they're just so easy to use. And I'm just going to use those and put the dog name. Now, if you're giving this to someone, obviously you would put their dog's name on there. And that would be a cute little gift that they could put on the tree this Christmas, but also in years to come. And they'll think of you every time they bring that ornament out. Now, if you don't have any of these ornaments from Hobby Lobby, the crafting ornaments, you can use a wood round circle, just a plain wood round circle, 3.5 to 4 inches, and just drill a little hole in the top, and you can create an ornament like that. So I put a little ribbon, a very narrow ribbon, very cute one, red with white stitching along the sides, and I'm just creating a loop that I'm going to close with some hot glue, overlapping that ribbon and just closing it off. And now I have a hanger. So super cute. But you could do this like any way that you want. So I already placed the little letters on there. I just get those letters on Amazon. Just put in a search for Ray Dunn font sticky letters, and you will see a lot of stores that carry those letters. But as well, if you have a Cricut, of course you could do that. You could stencil them, whatever you like. All right, I'm going to show you how to do this long bow. You won't believe how easy this is. I'm decorating a box that's a regular, like an apparel box or a shirt box, just for length knowledge. So I cut 2 pieces at 14 inches, and I'm just going to fold that in half. I'm going to locate the very center of the box, and I'm going to simply take my hot glue gun after I folded that loop in half, and I am going to glue that loop down. Now I have the bottom, and now I'm adding the top of the loop. This is so easy to do. The easiest bow ever. But this type of bow looks super pretty on a very elegant gift wrap as well. But so anyway, you're going to measure out another 14-inch piece. So it's 2 14-inch pieces you'll need. Fold it in half. Take the raw edges. Locate the center of the gift box. I'm going to go ahead, glue down that edge. Another stream of glue. And finish gluing that down. Now you have 2 loops on your bow so far. The next one we're going to do exactly the same way, and I'm going to do this one 12 inches. So you're going to cut out 2 of those, 1 loop for each side. And you're going to do that exactly the same way. A stream of glue. You're just building a bow here, and all you're doing is gluing. It's very, very easy to do. You could do this with any ribbon on any style of gift box. And it turns out so pretty. Now these loops, you can make them as high as you want, or you can layer them more closely to one another so you have a little bit of a flatter bow. Not flat, but flatter. Okay, that's up to you. When you look at it, you can decide, do I want my bow loops to stand up? Do I like them a little bit flatter? I kind of do mine right in the middle of that. Not too high, but not flat, if that makes any sense. You'll see here in just a bit. Now this is just going to be the bow that's going to go right down the center of this gift box. Now, one thing that did I mention it, but I'm sure you saw it, was you wrap one single piece all the way around the box, all the way to the back, and just secure that in the back. Then you start building your bow on top of that piece that you wrapped all the way around your box. I know you saw it, but I don't know that I mentioned it. So let me just backtrack there. All right, our next loop is going to be 10 inches. So you need 2 10-inch pieces. I will put these measurements in the description box for you. Look what's happening here. You are building a really pretty bow. And then we're going to have our little dog-themed ornament that we're going to place on top of the box. And it has, notice there's a lot of black in that ribbon and a nice amount of red. So that ornament with the black dog paws is going to be very, very cute on that piece. So as you can see, this is so simple to do. So you have 14, 12, and 10. Now I'm getting right down to the end of my bolt here. And I cut off a 4-inch piece. And now I'm just going to roll it up. And I'm going to close it. Just by gluing it on itself. I'm just creating a little tube, if you will. Watch your fingers. And you're going to place that right in the middle. Look how cute that is. Now, the only thing that you need to do, and it's really so easy to keep track of it, is just so that keep it straight. You know, keep your, as you build your loops, just keep it straight. So you have 2 14-inch pieces, 2 12, 2 10, and then your 4-inch piece that you create the loop. Now, I go around and just wherever I want to glue my bow down, maybe I want it a little bit flatter, maybe I want to just control it. You could do that. You just go around your piece and make it look exactly like you want it. Look how pretty that is. So we have 3 loops on each side. And then you have the center tube that goes right on there, and it's all resting on that piece of ribbon that you wrapped all the way around the length of your gift box. And this makes a really beautiful looking gift. Look how pretty. And you could do this. This is super easy. Even if you're intimidated by bow making, wrapping and twisting and folding over and all that, this one is an easy alternative. Now I'm just going to rest my little ornament on there. Now look what a beautiful gift this is for the dog lover. Okay, an ornament with their dog's name on it in a dog theme. Beautiful dog themed Christmas ribbon. And there you have it. All right, on to a character gift wrap. Now, you probably figured I would do this because I am a Grinch enthusiast. If you follow my channel, you know that. But you could do any character you like by just following the same pattern of creating this. All right, if you've never made glitter ornaments, I'm going to give you a quickie lesson. You're going to put some polyacrylic in a squirt bottle. I have here some little ornaments, glass that I had purchased at some point in time at Hobby Lobby. They do have some of these. It doesn't have to be a flat one. It can be a round ornament. Doesn't matter. This one just happens to be what I have on hand. So I squirt in that glass ornament, that polyacrylic, and I'm rolling it around. I want to cover all areas of the inside of that ornament. So you can see I roll it around, then I turn it upside down, empty out as I turn my ornament upside down on a paper towel and just let as much of that polyacrylic drain out as need be. Then I take a little funnel and I pour some glitter into that ornament. Now, if I don't get enough the first time around, no big deal. I just put some more in there, shake it around, cover all the inside of the ornament. This is the easiest thing to do. Now you're going to take your cap and trim off most of that, those little prongs on the inside of the ornament because you don't want them to scratch your glitter. Then take some Aleene's tacky glue or some type of glue, put it around the inside of the cap because now that those prongs aren't really holding that cap on anymore, you're going to need some glue to hold it. So that's why I put the Aleene's in there. Now I have these transfers, these little Grinch face transfers. Oh my goodness, I've been using these for like a couple of years, but I'm sure I got them on Amazon. But you could do any type of a character face on here. You could do a gingerbread, any kind of transfers that you can get to go on here. Or you could just put whatever you want on the ornament. You could put wording on the ornament. You could create letters on your Cricut to go with your theme. You don't have to do a theme, but I just love doing a theme. Kind of like I love doing the same thing with my wreaths. So I put my transfer on there. Now I'm pulling that clear film off, and look at that. I have a very cute Grinch face ornament to go on my Grinch-themed gift. Now, there are a lot of Grinch lovers out there, you know. So, again, I always think of the person who's going to be receiving the gift and what is it that they really like. And if you know a Grinch enthusiast, this would be a great way to decorate their gift. But you could as well go with another theme and just follow the same creative principles that I'm using. You could create, for example, a gingerbread ornament. You could put brown glitter on the inside and then put a face. You could use paint and just paint the face on and the white little what do you call them? Those squirrely lines. I don't know what to call them at the moment. But and then as well, you could use a gingerbread themed ribbon, and then use, a coordinating paper. Just go with whatever the recipient, whatever they're into, whatever is something that they're passionate about, or that they really love, something very characteristic of them. I love personalizing gift wrap. It's just such an amazing way to top off your gift in a creative way. Now I'm showing you here, I never use Scotch tape when I wrap gifts, and I wrap a lot of gifts. I wrap all of my grandson's gifts every year, a whole entire pile of them. Every gift that I ever wrap throughout the year, I use hot glue. Love, can't stand using Scotch tape. All right, so of course I'm going to use a Grinchy ribbon. And if you follow my channel, you've seen me use this before, but this is just a very Grinchy ribbon. And it looks like it kind of clashes with the green on the background of the paper, but the Grinch on the paper is exactly the color on that ribbon. So I'm just going to go with it. So I have a single piece of ribbon that I'm going to place around that gift box. Now, of course, I'm going to create a bow. Again, hopefully you have learned something from all of the bow tutorials I've done, but I want to say these loops are around 10 inches. I'm just going to fold over my loops, pinch it in the center, twist my ribbon so I always have the right side of the ribbon facing up. I have multiple bow tutorials if you want to learn to make bows like I do. And I'm going to twist my ribbon again, fold it over to create another loop, pinch it in the center, scrunch it up with my fingers. This is a nice wired ribbon. So it's going to hold its shape very well on that gift box. Pinch it in the center, twist my ribbon. Now, I was thinking here, do I want to put my ornament in the center of the bow, or do I want to put it below the bow? So I'm still thinking here, which it is an option to do that if you wanted to do that. But I decided to keep my bow at 2 loops on each side, each of the loops 10 inches. Just twist a pipe cleaner around there to hold that. Then I had a second thought, and I decided I'm not putting anything in the center. I'm just going to simply create a single loop right down the center. I just roll that under with my fingers, take my pipe cleaner from behind, pop it right through the center of that loop to hold that center loop, bring the pipe cleaner around the back, twist it, and I have a bow. So I left about an 8-inch tail on there. I do like to have tails on my gift boxes. I like to ripple them down the surface of the gift box. Now you can either dovetail your ends, which I would never do with a Grinch. Don't ask me. It just doesn't. It's to me, that's kind of more formal. So I'm doing just some angle cuts, which is very typical of me as well. Okay, now I have to secure that piece of ribbon on the back side. Very easy to do with hot glue. My hot glue gun is such a hot mess. It really is. Look at it. It's just unbelievable. But I'll tell you what, it does the trick. Nothing like a Gorilla hot glue gun and Gorilla glue sticks. They are the best. Recently, out of desperation, I was at Hobby Lobby. They don't carry Gorilla Glue sticks there, which is unbelievable to me, I guess. I just can't believe that they don't. But I bought another brand, and oh man, could I tell the difference? The glue was very stringy and difficult. I would never purchase anything other than Gorilla Glue sticks. Let me tell you, they are the best glue stick ever. They also have such an endurance in the way that they hold things, even in different temperatures. So that's enough about glue sticks, but I just wanted to make that point. Okay, so I have my single piece of ribbon going down. Now, if you want that cross piece of ribbon, that's fine as well. You do you. This is just how I'm doing my particular one here. And I'm rippling my ribbons, as I mentioned before. Now, that's just way too plain for a Grinch gift box. So I'm going to continue on and make this a little more Grinchy. When I think of the Grinch, I think of very whimsical, very everything just very fun and just I like curly things and just fun whimsical touches. So I took this curly ribbon, which I love this curly ribbon. I got this in the Christmas department. Christmas wrapping department at Hobby Lobby. And I have been using it like crazy. So I cut off a couple of strands off of the bunch that it comes on. And I am going to fold the strands in half and stick them down in between the loops of my Grinchy ribbon. And right down underneath, or right down where the loops start. See, I put a little bit of glue there. I'm going to pop in about 4 pieces of this. And this is going to create a very fun look to the top of this bow and the top of this gift box. You can also mix your ribbons. You could do a mixed ribbon bow if you are able to do that from watching me on my channel. Now I'm going to step it up even further. I have this pick that's very much a pick that you would use for Grinch decor. I've used this on multiple projects that I've done. And I just pulled the pick apart, and now I'm going to pop underneath that bow on each side. I'm going to pop that in there, and it's very glittery, and it has some little ornaments attached in green and red. And this just really takes this up another level. And now this is becoming a really awesome looking Grinch-themed gift box. Now I'm going to add a little hanger onto my ornament, which I always do, especially if it's a gift. So I took that red satiny cord that I've used so much of from Hobby Lobby that I got in the Christmas department. And I'm going to just tie a little knot in that cord, and that's going to be the hanger. Now you could just take a little piece of Scotch tape, and wherever you attach it, there goes my cap, because it wasn't dry. Wherever you're going to attach it, you could just attach it with a piece of Scotch tape. That way you can easily get the ornament up. Now look at that. Look at the addition of that ornament, what that did to that piece. Awesome. So we have the curly ribbon, the Grinch ribbon bow, the picks, and then the tails of the bow cascading down the front. And we have a nice glittery Grinch green ornament going right down from that bow. This is awesome. I hesitated whether I was going to do a gingerbread theme or the Grinch, but I did the Grinch, but use the same principles. Add together all of those elements, the beautiful gingerbread ribbons. You can add the curls. There's just so many ways that you can go with a theme gift box. So I have as well some of these Grinch gift tags that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, which is a nice extra little touch on that piece. I'm trying to decide where am I going to put those, which is all you can see here. I just couldn't make up my mind, but eventually I just decided to just hot glue it right there. I believe that's where I settled on. And here we have it. All right. Now, everybody should know how to do a girly gift wrap. That's what I call it. A gift wrap for a female that is just super feminine, super pretty, and very girly. Yep, that's the word that I use. But this piece is definitely not a wrap for a man. I'm sure you would agree. Okay, so I went ahead and I wrapped the box, and it's kind of a polka dot print. And I have this gorgeous ribbon that I picked up, I believe, at Joann's on the clearance. And then I have a red ribbon with white polka dots. But the reason why I'm using this ribbon, it's absolutely exquisite. Firstly, because of that, but it almost reminds me that it's a lacy, like a lace ribbon. It's just so pretty. And this is not the kind of ribbon you would use on a wreath because it's just not one that would hold up, but it's so beautiful for gift wrap. So I'm going to make this my base bow on this piece, and I'm just going to use my normal method that I do bows. Fold over my loops, pinch it in the center. Look at this ribbon. It's so pretty. It's shimmery as well. I don't know if you could tell that from the from looking at the video, but it's just the prettiest ribbon. Now, it's possible they might still have some at Joann's. I got it there recently. They have such a great sale at Joann's on all of their Christmas ribbons and Christmas items. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 loops on each side on this bow because I want this bow to really be dynamic on this piece. And perhaps you might agree with me that it almost looks lacy, like it's a beautiful lace. And I thought this was a very feminine looking ribbon, so that's why I'm using it on this piece. And I could see a lot of uses for creating a very feminine looking gift box. There's a lot of mothers, girlfriends, wives out there. Now, I doubt, I'm not thinking there are too many men that might make my bows, but great for a mother, a sister, a girlfriend. That would be nice if men crafted, like, that'd be nice. I would appreciate that. Okay, so here we have this gorgeous 3-loop ribbon on each side, or 6 loops altogether. Okay. Now, this is that red ribbon with the white polka dots. And I'm going to leave a tail on my ribbons. Usually I leave my tails around 8 inches so that I can ripple them on the box. I mentioned that previously on my other gift box tutorials. But this is a nice wired ribbon. I always love a polka dot ribbon. I don't care what it's on. I love a polka dot ribbon. So I have 3 loops on each side, and then I decided to add an extra single loop to set on each of the 3 loops on each side, just to give that bow a little bit more fullness. And I'm going to do a little center loop there. So I have 3 loops on each side, then I put a single loop resting on the 3 loops, and then I created that little button or that little single loop right in the center. I'm going to pop my ribbon through that loop, and that just finished off my bow very nicely. And I'm just going to angle my tails. Now you probably will agree this is a very feminine looking gift. So I'm going to take my pipe cleaner tails from my red bow and wrap them around that white snowflake bow there, twisted in the back, and now I have those 2 bows connected. And that's going to go right on the top of that box. That's a square box. Doesn't matter if you use rectangular or square, whatever the case may be. Okay, now if you have any tulle, I love to use tulle on a gift box. This one is 6 inches wide. Now you can get this on a bolt. This I happen to get, I think on Temu. I'm not really sure. Once in a blue moon, I'll do an order on Temu because they have such fun things, but their delivery is so slow, so not often do I do that. But what I'm going to do, I'm using my little measuring tool there, which I created on a previous video, and I create some squares. So I cut in 6-inch sections because it's 6 inches wide. Now I have a square. And I'm just going to pinch it right in the center and create a little scrunch. And what I'm going to do is insert it into those bow loops. So all I do is pinch it in the center of the square, and then I pull it with my fingers and just scrunch it. Now, I'd put a little dab of glue at the base to hold that scrunch. I wait till the glue cools just a touch, and then I twist it. And I created 6 of those. Now I'm going to take the tulle and wrap it around my gift box. You know, tulle is a great, very pretty material to use on a gift box. And this one happens to have white polka dots. So how appropriate is that? So I'm going to wrap it around. I scrunch it up a little bit. I'm not going to lay it flat. I'm going to scrunch it so I have that gathering or that fullness. And I'm just going to secure it in the back. See how I scrunch it? Now's a good time to use your finger protectors because when you're working with tulle. Okay, so I secured that all in the back. Now I'm just going to hot glue that bow right onto the center where that tulle crisscrosses on top of the box. Still have my finger protector on there for any gluing that I need to do. Now I do pull all of my tails around to one side of the box. That's the way I like it. Opening up my loops to get the fullest impact of all those beautiful ribbons on top of that box. Bring my tails around. Now I can do any gluing that I like if my bow isn't behaving. Okay, now I'm going to take my little scrunches. I have 6 of them. So I'm going to insert 2 on each side. I'm just going to pop it right down into those loops. You see how I'm doing that? And let that just poke up. I do take my scissors and kind of push it down in there. That helps a little bit. Same thing on the other side. Now you get that effect of that polka dotted tulle popping up out of there, and it's just so pretty. And I think I popped one on the top, so I think I may have just used 5 of those scrunches that I made. And this is just a super pretty gift wrap. Now you could do it, of course, in any color, any bow patterns that you like. You could use a plain tulle. You could use a snowball mesh. Say you do it in a snowflake theme. Oh, that would be pretty. And then use a snowball mesh. Oh my gosh, that would be pretty. You could pick that up at the Dollar Tree. I love tulle. A snowball tulle. That would be beautiful. I also use deco mesh a lot when I do gift wrapping. I didn't do any in this particular video, but think about using deco mesh as well. Look how pretty that is. So easy to do. All right, let's move on. Now I'm doing a peppermint theme gift. And I'm going to create one of my little straw reindeers with straws that I purchased in the department at Hobby Lobby with the paper plates and napkins and all that. So I glue 3 straws together. I had made these in a previous video, so you can also refer to the video that I did this particular reindeer. But just briefly, I glued 3 straws together. I took a pom-pom, glued it on to the bottom of the 3 straws for the nose. Then I took some of those little plastic Google eyes. I used oval ones. I glued those on. I created a little tiny 1.5-inch bow, put that at the top, popped a red jingle bell in there. Now I'm going to cut off the top, and as you saw there, I took 2 pipe cleaners, twisted them around themselves. Then I took a pencil and I created the curly antlers, and I'm going to glue that right onto the top of the straw. Super simple. This is a simple, quick ornament that looks adorable on the top of this gift box. Now I'm going to trim my antlers up. You could use brown pipe cleaners. You could use red and white striped pipe cleaners, twisted pipe cleaners. I'm using a light kind of a camel color pipe cleaner for mine. So again, just glue 3 straws together. Glue your little pom-pom at the bottom, put on a couple of Google eyes, a little bow over the eyes with a jingle bell, and you have a very cute ornament to put on top of this gift. Now I'm going to take that little satin cord that I love using, and I'm going to put a knot in there, and I'm just going to glue it right to the back of that little reindeer straw ornament. Now you have a super cute ornament that took 10 minutes to make. It was just so easy. And it was that easy, but this is going to be attached. Look what a cute addition this is. Because I just love peppermint theme. You probably guessed that by the fact that I've made like a couple of different wreaths this season and peppermint theme and candy theme. I just love it. I just think it's so pretty. This was a Hobby Lobby ribbon. I'm creating a bow here. Obviously, I've sped up this part of the video because I think you're probably very tired of seeing me make bows, but honestly, you can see the value of learning to make beautiful bows just by watching me do these gifts, because bow making isn't just for wreaths. It extends far beyond that. And I'm so thrilled that I have that skill. Okay, now I'm using another candy-themed ribbon. I believe I got this on clearance at Joann's, another great find that I got there is a beautiful wired ribbon, 1.5 inch. Yes, I'm mixing a 2.5 inch and a 1.5 inch. That's perfectly fine to do. I usually use my more narrow ribbon at the top, so I'm doing a mixed ribbon bow here, obviously. But I'm not going to put a center loop because what I'm going to do is put that adorable reindeer ornament right down the center. Now I'm opening that up so that I can glue that right and down the center. Now I'm not worried about gluing it because that hot glue will just peel right off of those straws. They have a coating on them, so yeah, that will just peel right off. Okay, so I'm marrying up my two bows here, wrapping the pipe cleaners from the red one around the white candy cane bow there, twisting it in the back. And this just makes a really, really beautiful gift. Now you could use the principles that I'm using for this this gift box. You could use it for other themes as well. You could create an ornament in another theme. There's just so many possibilities. But I hope when you watch me do all of these gift boxes that you think about those other possibilities. There are so many that you could alter this design and just make it your own. And that just looks so super cute on there. Oh my goodness, I love it. Angling my tails. Okay, now I'm going to show you one more thing here that I did, a little trick that I do for my gift boxes. I'm going to put some white ribbon there. Now watch what I do in the center. I gather it up. See how much nicer that looks? I take a little piece of pipe cleaner, twist it. Now look at that. It looks so much better, right? It's all gathered up there in the center. And that's just a beautiful look. Now I just used a white shimmery ribbon to do that. 2.5 inch. Now I have my bow, which I'm just going to hot glue right onto the top of there. Now wherever I need to glue it, I just do it right to those ribbons that are crisscrossed there. And that will all come off in one piece by simply just loosening up that bow on the back. If somebody wants to keep that bow, you could certainly do that by just loosening up the ribbons that are on the bottom of the gift box. And then maybe the recipient will want to keep that bow to use in the future. So it's kind of like a gift as well, right? So I'm just angling my tails. I like to turn up the tips. And that's it for today. I hope this gave you some inspiration. And until next time, you all take care.